Hey y'all, so this week I'm going to show you how to draw this gorgeous scene in Sketch-A-Skull. We're going to practice shading spheres and creating texture for our Christmas tree limbs. Let's get started. So I'm on a new page in Sketch-A-Skull and I'm starting off on the paint roller tool, making sure I'm on the last square or the least amount of paint. And I'm going to go ahead and select black ink and tap the screen and turn my entire screen black. Then I will select the second pen tool on the largest size on the light brown color. I'm going to start by drawing my limbs. I'm going to do a long, slightly curved line to signal where each limb will go. If you only want to draw 3 limbs, draw 3 of these brown lines. If you only want to draw 2 of these brown lines. How many limbs and ornaments you draw in total is completely up to you, but make sure that you take up the entire canvas and you're not drawing one tiny little ornaments really small in the middle of the page. So I am still on the second pen tool, but I'm now on the medium size and I'm using dark green ink. And I'm going to draw all those little tiny needles that you see on each limb of the Christmas tree. And I'm starting out from this brown stick line and I'm just moving outwards. But I'm making sure that all of my limbs are fairly in the same direction. It's okay if you have a flyaway now and then, it makes it look more natural, but try to keep them basically going all in the same direction. And do this for all of your limbs. So now we're going to add just a few highlights to the tree limbs. We're going to stay on the same tool, but I'm actually going to move it down to a smaller size and choose a lighter green color. And we're just going to create a few highlights every now and then, but I'm only going to do it on the top of each tree limb. I'm not going to go down below or in the middle because the light is only going to hit the top of our tree limb. When you're finished with that, we're going to go ahead and add our ornaments. I'm just going to do basic round ornaments, but you can do ornaments of any shape that you'd like. I'm going to choose the color I'd like for my ornament first, and then move to the ABC tool, select a circle, and then resize it and place it where I'd like. When I'm happy with its place and size, I'm going to hit that check mark. And I'm going to do 2 ornaments, so I'm going to do the same thing again, choose a color, and then go and choose the circle, size it and place it, and when I'm happy, hit the check mark. Now I'm going back to the second pen tool on the medium size, and I'm going to select a dark gray color and zoom in really close. Well, actually, I think I'm staying on the smallest size. And I'm going to draw a little top to my ornament so I can hang it on the tree. At first, I'm doing an oval. And then I'm doing an upside down crown shape for the bottom of the top to my ornament. Don't forget to draw your hook going across your limb, but remember you won't be able to see the whole hook. Go ahead and do the same thing for all of your ornament. So now we need to shade our ornaments, and for this, you know, my favorite tool for shading is always the paint roller tool. Now ornaments are a little bit different because they are more reflective than most things that we're shading. So we're going to shade them slightly differently than what we normally do. Move your paint roller tool to one of the top 2 boxes. I'm using the second one, and at first I made the mistake here of using a softer yellow color, but you actually want a white color for this instead, because you see it makes it look a little bit darker. But for our highlight here, we're going to basically act like we're cutting our ornament in half, but make sure you curve down with the ornament because you need to show that 3D form. It is not a flat circle, it is a sphere. You can also create a little banana highlight on the bottom of the sphere. This can be our reflective light. Then we'll do one more bright white highlight on the top of our sphere, and it's going to be this curved rectangle shape. And we're going to do the same thing for all of our ornaments, sticking with the same white color the same paint roller tool on the same square. Remember, you are cutting that ornament in half first, curving with the sphere. Now for our shadows, we are still using the paint roller tool on the same square, but we need to change our color. You can choose a really dark color like blue or black for your shadows. I like to use blue since our background is black. I did change my paint roller tool to the first square, but you can keep it on the second. And now I'm going to create some more banana shaped shadows on the bottom of our spheres. Now, if you want your ornaments super shiny, you can stop here, but if you want to keep going and playing with the highlights, you can. I'm going back in and using the smudge tool and smudging out just a few of my highlights and shadows, but I'm making sure to be very careful and stay inside all the lines. Notice I'm kind of staying away from the edge of the outside of the ornaments because I do not want to smear in my black background into my ornament. I wanted to keep it that perfect round shape. For the very last step, I'm going to use my paint roller tool one last time with the white ink and draw back in that curved square highlight just to make our ornaments look super shiny and that one sliver of reflective light on the bottom of our ornaments. And I will not smudge out these last highlights. I can't wait to see your tree limbs and your ornaments.